Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand. Picture this, it's around 300 BC and there's a gentleman who's out at sea somewhere off what we know today as the Greek coast. He suffers a shipwreck and loses virtually all his personal fortune. He ends up in Athens and goes on to found what we call Stoicism. His name was Zeno. And over the next few hundred years especially, there were some fantastic teachers of Stoicism, including Marcus Aurelius, the last of the 5 good Roman emperors. Now, Stoicism means different things to different people, but there's a common misconception today that being Stoic kind of means that you're passive, you just kind of put up with things, and you cope. That is not what Stoicism is about. Stoics are nothing if not people of action. Traditionally, the 4 great Stoic virtues were number 1, courage, number 2, wisdom, number 3, temperance, which is moderation, and number 4, justice. Stoicism is a philosophy that has helped me on a personal and career level, and I'd like to share some aspects of this with you in this video. I'll be making more videos in the future, but here are 3 particular aspects of Stoicism which I believe can lead to a much happier life. Number 1, separating what's in your control from what's not in our control. Too often, we spend hours every day worrying and being anxious over things that we have absolutely no control over. It's important whenever we face a problem to immediately distinguish between those things that we do control, i.e. can act and change, versus those things that we do not. And stop worrying about all of those things in life which are totally out of our control and we can't do anything about. Number 2, life is more like a wrestling match than dancing. It was Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, who said this. And Marcus Aurelius was a very interesting person. He was the most powerful man in the world. He could have whatever he wanted. His armies were invading different countries, but he remained well-centered and grounded. And he was a great philosopher, had some great quotes, wrote some very interesting things down about life itself. And even he said, even despite all of his power, that his life from morning until night was a constant fight and struggle against all the people around him, many of whom were rude, many of whom had their own agendas, many of whom didn't have good intentions. But he said that when you expect life to be like a dance, plain sailing, that's when you get into trouble. Instead, expect it to be a wrestling match. You're going to constantly be getting pushback for your every move, and it's important to keep forging ahead and not expect life to be easy. Expect those obstacles and you will overcome them. Number 3, learning to take a step back from your emotions and respond to situations more calmly. This is a key component of Stoicism, and it's more relevant today than ever before, really, because if you hadn't already noticed, we live in the complete opposite of a Stoic society. Everything nowadays is about instantaneous reactions, responses, emotions flying out of control, frequently provoking outrage. We see this all the time. And I particularly feel for the younger generation who haven't known anything else, and it's undoubtedly contributing in large part to our mental health crisis. Stoicism is about self-control, self-mastery, and keeping your emotions in check. And it can be a fight to try to do that in today's culture. And I'm going to give you an example, a tip you can use in your everyday life. And we're all on social media. Next time you see a post that makes you want to respond in a negative way, it works you up, it provokes your anger, just don't respond. You can even write down what you want to say, save it, wait a few hours, ideally wait a day, and you will notice that you don't feel as strongly and emotionally uncontrolled if you wait that length of time. That's just a small thing that you can do. Obviously, if it's a positive response, that's fine, but those negative emotional responses need to be kept at bay. If ever there was a time that we need more Stoicism, it is now. And I truly believe that a more Stoic person is a happy person. And that is what life is all about. I'm happy to give you any book recommendations. If you would like any, please get in touch with me. Dr. Suneel Dhand, MedStoic Lifestyle Medicine. Follow me on YouTube and Facebook. We will speak again next time.